science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
They're taking what they know and they're actually putting it to practical use, and they're learning as they make mistakes.
It was really fun. It was kind of stressful because we had a time limit.
They want to go back and they know they can do it again. They want to go back and fix it, and they've learned from their mistakes. And a lot of it with mine, they know it's not going to be for a grade. We're just going to figure out how we're going to just work through this and get it done.
It got me thinking about I need to ask a higher level of questions, not just what do you see, but more trying to dig more in depth into the students' minds. I see that they can do it, but how can I keep track of what they're doing or have proof that they are mastering what I'm teaching them?
We went to the botanical gardens and we saw bees and bugs actually pollinate.
We learned about flowers and we learned about insects around the flowers.
Most of my kiddos, they have never experienced outside of the Tulsa area. It was just phenomenal. And then when they were there, they got to experience over 2,600 different types of species of plants. I mean, all the way to Venus flytrap. They got to take apart flowers and they got to see where the nectar comes from, look at different pollinators. It was just phenomenal. They've never been exposed to anything like that.
At Guthrie Green, we got to learn about the geothermal energy. We studied a lot of rocks and made rubber bands with latex and vinegar.
We are building a solar oven, and we used aluminum foil and we turned it to the sun to make sure it reflect off this and into here so it could cook our s'mores that we made.
The focus for today is they took all of those things that they learned and they're making an aquaponic prototype, which is very similar to a hydroponic. The only difference is they're adding fish.
We each got a betta fish and a little basil plant. We designed an aquaponics tank.
When the betta fish goes to the restroom, it goes to the plant and the plant grows and the rocks give the plant support.
The plant cleans the water for the fish and the fish makes fertilizer for the plant so it grows well. Instead of using fertilizers and stuff that'll pollute water, it's natural.
The whole purpose is to instill and inspire intellectual habits for the students. Intellectual habits are ways that they can tear things apart to understand them better.
So it's been one big project that's been able to go cross curriculum amongst everything. Because once you have it in the room and do the experiment, the kids are really excited and something you can kind of keep on building on too.
It's different than a lot of the other robotics programs because it allows the kids to actually use the real C programming language rather than just drag and drop.
Some of the challenges are walk the line, which we use a mat with the black line, and we have to make the robot sense the black line.
Junior Bot Ball in Tulsa Public Schools comes entirely from donations. I have more teachers asking to have a Junior Bot Ball team than I have bot balls to supply right now.
I've been teaching for 17 years. And just recently, it's just been fabulous, the resources that are available.
We got to do junior bot balls.
We got to do coding club. STEM bicycle club.
Kite night, gingerbread houses. We've built sea perch robots, underwater robots. We've had opportunities to learn to program with the Junior Bot Ball program.
We built a raft and we raced an Oklahoma raft race.
We built kites and we flown them outside.
We built an incubator and we used it to hatch quail.
And we did hot air balloons.
I want to be a brain surgeon.
I would want to be an engineer, scientist, or a lab worker.
I want to be a scientist.
I would like to be an architect because I like math.
Scientist that studies rocks.
I want to be a veterinarian.
The kids have really dug into the science, technology, engineering, and math. And before, where we did not have students that could even wrap their brain around being an engineer, now we have students that are talking about going into engineering.